Hey everyone, welcome back. On this, our first episode, we've decided to deal with one of the big problems that we've both faced or are facing in our lives.
Which is insecurities.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of us, many of you, will have went through your lives or are going through your lives with insecurities. Whether it be if you're in a relationship, does that person care about you as much as you care about them? Do you
Or whether it would be your self-inflicting between trying to find who you are and you're insecure about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that inner conflict that a lot of people face, and I do understand that. Well, we understand it's a big thing, and with someone there with you, it is easier, but you can do it on your own as well. So I think what we're gonna do is talk about a few of our past experiences and how that could help you guys.
And things that I'm going through myself that I think would be good to talk about as well. So we'll get two different point of views.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll go first then. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going first. Okay. So, a little bit of opening up, and you'll find out about me, is when I was younger, a lot younger, my first love, it was. Yeah, there were people before you. Don't
so
worry.
Mean.
I love
that
you,
breaks
though.
my heart.
I know. Anyway.
I'll be your last.
Yeah. Because once I kill you, I'll go to prison. But on a serious note, the first person I ever fell in love with, and I think a lot of people have been in that place where you feel madly in love with the person and you always worry, are they in love with you? Are you just feeling led on? Do you have insecurities that make you feel like you're not worth everything that they're giving you or that you feel like they're giving you? I mean, I know that back then I constantly questioned. I would ask, do you love me? Do you still love me? And that's a hard place to be, You have no self-confidence. You feel like...
Kind of clingy, needy.
Yeah, but at the same time you don't realise that's what you're being. You're scared. And it's difficult to be that scared.
Especially when you've never exactly been through that sort of thing. Like, it's a new experience and you don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, the first time experience. I mean,
yeah.
She obviously broke up with me over it. She told me that I was too much and being too clingy. But I found love now. But obviously, that taught me a lesson. And it teaches me that you should have confidence, and I mean outright confidence. The person you're with, if they say that they love you, they mean that they love you. Hold confidence that you are a good enough person. You are strong enough and kind enough and brave enough and even beautiful enough to really hold that person's love. They like you for who you are, for what you are. So just stay strong, Don't give up.
Yeah. Yes. A bit about me is that I was very confident and in one with myself when I was 16 years old, but obviously that kind of got snatched away from me, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
You could say that. Because I went to hospital for 5 months due to a spinal injury, which leaves you paralysed from the waist down. But luckily, I was able to regain mobility and walk again. But I'm not the same anymore, and my confidence has been knocked quite a bit. And that was when we first
started going out.
Yeah. And then he's been here with me from the very beginning, and he saw me grow and change and become a completely different person. So because you're no longer at one with yourself, you're still trying to figure out who are you, and you're like, who are you, like, what are you, and where's your place, because you don't feel your body's different. It's went through a traumatic change, and that does things to you. So there are times when I felt very insecure. So it was like, oh, he doesn't want me. Like, he wants somebody that's able-bodied, who's not disabled, who can do things, and really that's not the case at all.
Of course not. I love
It took me a long time to realise that.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to get through. I mean, obviously, like, when you hear about that, and before we were actually going out, it was 2 years ago now. God, it's a long time for us. 2 years ago when we found out that this kind of thing was going on, and, you know, it all just kind of crept up. I thought to myself at the time if that kind of thing would be the kind of relationship I wanted to be in, but knowing that I loved her, that was the main thing, and that's what you really need to make sure of and always be confident of.
And also, like, not only that, if you're gonna be committed in a relationship and you know this person's going through a lot at that moment and they're in a dark space, you have to be strong and you have to think to yourself, can I do this? Is this something I'm willing to commit myself to? If you're doubting or you're having second thoughts, don't, because you're just gonna hurt not yourself but the person that you're committing yourself to.
Yeah.
So you have to really be sure with how you feel.
Yeah, you're gonna cause more trouble than you will solve. So you've got to remember that the other person's feelings really you got to take into account.
Because they're very sensitive at that time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've got to take in consideration that the person has got an awful lot of insecurities at this point in time. You know, they've, as you were saying, you know, they've got an awful lot they're dealing with. So it doesn't have to be a physical injury. It could be an invisible disability. It could be just
Dyslexia.
something. Yeah. It could be something that they're just struggling with. I mean, depression is a very real thing. You know, any mental illness, anything like that, anything that they struggle with, even social situations.
Like anxiety, panic attacks, I get that a lot. That's something new. Like, I've never had that before, and for the past 2 years, it's something that kind of crept up on me, and it just happened. And at first, I was like, "What is this? Am I feeling? Is there something wrong with me? Am I sick again?" And it turns out I'm actually just having anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
So.
And that's something you have to take in consideration. It's a possibility, and you have to deal with it.
I think it's the symptoms you need to find and realise, oh, this is a symptom for anxiety, I should go see my GP, and find things that you can do to help. Find things to help you get through all these sort of insecurities and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's just all about, you know, you have your own coping mechanism, but sometimes it's not healthy. Sometimes your coping mechanism would be to shut yourself out from everyone, and it feels like it's helping at the time, but it's not.
You're just bottling all up, and then you're just like a walking time bomb, really.
Yeah, and you're not helping yourself. If you don't let people know how you feel, then it's not going to help you.
And no one can, and you're not going to get better. You're just going to stay the same, and you're thinking, why am I not changing? Why am I still feeling like this? I'm trying to do things, I'm trying to be happy and positive, but it's just not doing anything. And I think that's the point where you're going to have to sit down and ask yourself, what I'm doing right? Is what I'm doing helping? And if the answer is no, then again, look online for things that could help, advice, and there's tons of videos on YouTube that has different coping mechanisms that you could possibly try. And also there's like, you can see a counsellor or somebody to talk to. It could also help. I know it helped me. So that's something I'd like to give to you. I would genuinely, seriously give that advice. Talk to somebody. Just get somebody to just listen. That's all it is. You just need someone to listen to you.
Yeah.
So.
And obviously, if you do view this video at any point, feel free to leave a comment or message us if you can do that.
Ask a question.
Or ask a question. I mean, if you request us to do a specific video on something you're struggling with, we could try and help, just going by our own experience, that kind of thing.
And people we know.
Yeah, and people we know. So just you know, never be afraid to reach out. People are nicer than what you think. Most of them. Wow. But yeah, so...
Yeah, don't keep it to yourself. Like, be vocal. Be heard. Tell your family members. Someone you're close to, someone you can trust, because the chances are they could be your biggest support system. They could help you no matter what. Like, I know I have a lot of support systems I never knew I had, and it's definitely been something that's helped me.
And never forget the way you feel, the kind of the emotions that you have, they will outwardly affect the people around you. If you feel down, if you feel emotional, that will affect the people around you. It will cause them to either feel up or down or that kind of thing. You always have to take that into consideration. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you really enjoyed it. We hope it was helpful and insightful. If you have any questions or that, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Feel free to subscribe to us if you found this helpful and you'd like to see more. And what else?
Yeah, just leave comments and see what you want us to do next, basically, and things you want us to talk about, advice you want.
Yeah, so we hope you choose to tune in every single week or every now and again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.